Hello and welcome to our reporting season Investor Spotlight, your shortcut to the results that matter. I'm Andrew Gagan. Let's get into some of the detail then. And Telstra says it's finished FY25 strongly, telling the market it plans to double down on connectivity and radical innovation in the core business as part of a new 5-year strategy from FY26. It says it will focus on growing cash earnings to FY30, growing underlying return on invested capital to 10% by that year, alongside disciplined portfolio and capital management. Also put a renewed focus on cost cutting with a greater focus on positive operating leverage. FY25 net profit coming in at $2.3 billion on earnings of $8.6 billion with underlying EPS of 19.1 cents. Has also entered into a strategic partnership with Infosys through the sale of a 75% stake in Vicent Group. It's also part of the so-called Connected Future 30 strategy. Total dividends hitting 19 cents per share, fully franked, with $750 million of a $1 billion share buyback complete. Suncorp's net profit hitting $1.8 billion on cash profits of close to $1.5 billion. NPAT included $252 million in one-offs, including the sale of Suncorp Bank. Gross written premiums came in at $15 billion, with top-line growth driven by the pricing of claims inflation and a higher natural hazards allowance. However, Suncorp says growth slowed in the second half as inflationary pressures eased and competition increased. It will buy back $400 million worth of shares in FY26 and will pay a 49-cent final dividend. And in a continuation of the trend amongst the insurers, gross written premium growth expected to slow as pricing moderates in line with easing inflationary pressures. The ASX's FY26 operating expenses are expected to continue to increase by $25 to $35 million this financial year. Chief Executive Helen Lofthouse acknowledging the challenges faced by the market operator over FY25, saying there's a focus on risk compliance and its operating frameworks, along with continued tech modernisation. For the financial year, the ASX total expenses were up by more than 7% to $460 million. Over the past financial year, statutory net profit was up 6% to just over $502 million, driven by growth in operating revenue and net interest income. It will pay a $1.12 fully franked final dividend. The market will be watching for detail on executive remuneration. Medicus Chief Executive Dr. Sam Hupert has flagged that FY25 was an unprecedented year in terms of converting opportunities into sales. It says the opportunity pipeline remains strong. Dr. Hubert's saying the majority of contracts signed in the second half of FY25 will deliver revenue in the next financial year. FY25 seeing a record of new contract wins for Medicus, net profit rising more than 39% to $115 million. Revenue growth was supported by a strong North American segment, up close to 36% in the financial year. Medicus will pay a fully franked final dividend of 30 cents a share. Check in those stocks that are on the reporting list tomorrow, headlined by Cochlear, Healthco Mirvac, and Baby Bunting.